Hey boys, sorry for the wait. Was getting some food. Wanted to make some grilled chicken, but chicken was spoiled. Ended up eating eggs again. For the first time in a long time, I was not happy eating eggs again the same day. Okay, we are back here with more Disco Elysium. We've been talking with these guys last time. We're talking about some backstory of this place. Didn't even see there was more stuff on this other side. Coin operator viewer has been banged up, inoperable. This music is growing on me in this city area.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Vandalism, shake your head.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Shift your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Poor little viewer, pet it.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Unhygienic? Looks like there's another shop there. Hear the distant squall of seabirds. Yellow plastic bag fritter. Equip this to collect tar from the streets. It's a tool. This plastic bag has frite written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a multi-gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer, a perfect place for tear. So, collect bottles, huh? Nothing really says you have failed in your life than when you have to collect bottles on the streets for money. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
This one might be operational.
Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in '49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard's class doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It's frisky outside.
25 cent centimes.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Turn the knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
There are ruins of some kind of building there, Dorot.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
I didn't expect there to be actually more stuff to the other side. This is one of those street lamps. Roundabout north. Upside apartments, Martinez Pier. Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Bulls. Balls. The cover sends a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Well, we can actually talk with these people here.
The dented yellow mailbox.
What was that thing that had bottles and things? Now we actually have this thing, but we cannot click it in again, huh? I made sure Tom managed to pay the bill while I was still sober. We were able to interact with that one before, but not this time. We stole men from Heimdall and the wildfire.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law.
I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Hey, what kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and biographies of famous people.
I bet they don't sell Horus Heresy here. Like the only thing that would be probably interesting to buy, it's not available. Why can't we just go to the local bookstore and buy Horus Heresy?
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Little girl, I know what a book is. Books are like very long letters with stories inside them.
Yes, that's exactly it.
I also know what a postcard is, Dirt. It's a small cardboard picture that you can send to a friend or a loved one. Why just friends and loved ones, you know? I feel like a lot of people that send these postcards just send it to random people. Like, there used to be like a time where they would send these things to just to attract you to some kind of new location, like or opening of a restaurant or some kind of club or something, and just fake the pleasantries. Nobody sends postcards anymore.
You got it, sir. What about board games?
I like playing games, Dirt, with people's minds.
Okay, sir. This was all very enlightening. Can I help you with anything else?
She seems to be intelligent. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
I guess, Agneta, they would have to have a license from the Games Workshop to sell these things. Sometimes I pass there are like two bookstores in a very small area, and it's usually just some, you know, novels written by known people, you know, trying to monetize their fame, or books on self-help. But if you go inside, I guess you can find some other books as well. At least what's in the window. I don't even know what kind of fiction they sell anymore. Sometimes you see like Harry Potter books, Game of Thrones stuff, and even Middle-earth related stuff, but less. But I guess the books that go to you always in that genre is Harry Potter is always gonna be like the most popular. Nothing is even close to popularity of Harry Potter. And then some other stuff. How the books sold these days are women porn, romance novels. Why do you think this is, Judge? Are they just shy to get what they want? Or nobody really tries to get what they want, so they just stick with you know, fiction and imagination? I guess it makes sense for women. They need a lot of words. Like they need build up. Some of these books have the weirdest names, Agneta. And later you hear it's like the dirtiest thing ever written. And most of them, unless you get it, like somebody mentions it or you read a review somewhere, it's also hard to find. When you think about it, Agneta, it's kind of like booba games, right? We men need the visual novels, and they got their booba games way, way before us.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because
I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
This is what I don't get about these businesses in the streets. Like, it's like a restaurant place. If the door is not open, like all the time, you know, they even have like a full-on air conditioning working with open door, or somebody standing outside, they think like nobody's gonna come in. I guess it has to look more inviting with open doors and somebody to greet you. Otherwise, they might lose some business. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Synth confirmed. Programming confirmed. Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
Yeah, we used to have kings and queens and the generals of old. Now we have content creators, influencers, and YouTube people.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Well, I can't argue with this logic. Fame is a tricky thing, and people get famous for all kinds of stuff. You know what's the most one of the most bizarre fame rises in the recent years that I've heard of? The Hawk Tour girl. It's crazy, huh? I don't know what even happened later with her, but yeah, popularity and fame is a very weird stuff. It's very complex, and is a big factor of luck and moment in time. She went to jail because of crypto scam. Oh man. Well, she can do plenty of folk tour there now. She made a hook to a coin and rag pulled. It's like crazy. Some of these people are become very popular in a very short time, and some, you know, deserve this. So some definitely deserve this, but and then they try to do something about it, or they say something wrong, and it goes the opposite way. Opposite way. I think the fame really feeds something in people. I don't think it's anything good, Agneta, but the people always have these strong reactions, and the people who are experiencing fame can get really changed for better or worse. Are they gonna stay humble, or are they gonna just start being a jerk? I mean, I feel like really famous, humble people are a good example for others. These are really good people in society. But people that get famous, but they do not stay humble, and you hear stuff about them, I don't know, it's like goes from mixed feelings to almost like, you know, they're terrible people. And you never even learned about this if you haven't fed their fame. I mean, there's been some recent drama around this shit on Twitch as well, or YouTube, what do you want to call it. I mean, it feels like it happens every few months with that Blizzard guy. So like, I had no idea what was going on or who that person was, but after watching one of those Asmongold short videos, you know, it's literally just an example of this. But maybe the foundation was really shitty there, and they were just trying to hide it and build up more fame on top of it. I agree, Agneta, I agree. I've seen one of those videos from before, and that's what I get from it. But nonetheless, this person has attracted viewership, has become known, you could say famous in this business, and now that things have turned against him, people are really enjoying all the drama about it at his expense. So it does get even ugly sometimes, especially in the online world. I mean, if you're trying to be something and something happens and the people find out that you did something in the past that might not really be what you were saying, what do you do at that point? You're in a public eye. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of people have learned about it. You have to apologize and hope to do better in the future, right? Is that the only thing you can do, right? You're not gonna crawl into a hole and die. Denying stuff in the online world yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's like the tax people. I'm guilty. I'll pay the fines. You don't argue with this shit. Don't deny or anything. You just have to apologize and say you're gonna do better in the future. Not only that's the smartest thing to do, but that's the right thing to do. But sometimes they go the opposite way. They just create I don't know what you say, a shitstorm, and the online people love the shitstorm because you know they'll just keep digging and find all the shit and just make it 10 times worse. Can't wait for the embarrassing skeleton Zilla has in his closet. I've mentioned some of these things over the time, but I try to do better. Tell it to politicians then. I mean, well, it's different. The problem is, he's just one guy. He's a one guy. He cannot argue and fight thousands, even if he's right. It's impossible. So you have to be careful what you're doing as a streamer, broadcaster, content creator. You can't piss off thousands of people and argue with them. It's just like this is not the right way. This is not healthy, and you cannot win even if you're right. You're just one guy. It's how the online world works. Like being on the online for 20 years is one thing I learned. It's that. And if you're getting famous, like that guy had streams to like thousands of people. There probably like thousands of people just waiting to be talks to him at this point. So you gotta apologize and say you're gonna do better in the future. It's like there's no other way here. You have to what do you say? Forfeit, admit defeat. Agneta, you would be you know, short-lived content creator with these strong stances. People are really nasty online, and you have no idea what is going on behind the scenes. Where are we? We were talking about the fame, huh? I mean, you be you. That's the most important thing. You know, if you wanna suffer and struggle in this type of way, I don't know. I can say good luck. Just 1 second. Do you even know what we're talking about, Daniela? This is a very complicated matter. You adding those kekwi at the ends, I don't think you're taking this seriously. Hmm. One moment, one moment. Okay. This is already in the open, so the shit has happened. That's you know, it's a really hard thing to deal with. Even if you just sit this for a couple of minutes, people are really super toxic. And you know, somebody who's been on the Twitch for 9 years, it's like one of the worst nightmares. But maybe his community was like this the entire time, and they were just waiting for it to go bad. Because you know, when you have a big channel, 2,000+ people, there's a lot of toxic people there. They just, if you especially are doing the reactions and stuff, they're just waiting for things to explode. The big channels are all about toxicity. That's the reality. I wouldn't say every channel is like this, but a lot of big channels are all about that. It's what makes them popular and what creates content. And then the same thing happens to them, and it is you know, how tables have turned. I don't know, it just feels like just a really ugly position to be in. Really ugly position. I've gotten to the point where I wouldn't wish something like this even my worst enemies. It just tells you how people are still online, anything for content. Where are we at? Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
For sure, Agneta, for sure. There's definitely something has led to that happening. Usually, people don't get such attention, the bad attention, if they didn't do something really bad. But at that point, you have to apologize, right? Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'm a superstar cop. In the papers and everything, they'll show him.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Damn. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
School is stupid. You're lucky not to be in there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Mm-hmm.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go,
I mean, she's trying to sell books. Bankrupt?
exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about famous people.
But Kim, there are the plasmic manifestations, there are...
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Stroke your chin, enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She's trying to find a policeman like... Oh, man. Well, what does a cap look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Wow, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
Oh man, I feel like morale's gonna drop here. That's right, a real failure.
Cheer up, sir. No need to compare yourself to a fictional character.
Damn, she restored her morale. I already knew there was a reason for children in this world.
Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
We actually got all the positive stuff here. Composure challenging 12. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. We can't fail 92. We got +3 extra.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
You can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Damn, man, they want to know this. You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
It's super simple for detectives such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails, like a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
What the fuck? What the hell is this for? Sometimes I feel sorry for Kim have to just stand in the back and listen to all these conversations. Makes you wonder how many times he's just rolling his eyes. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers. Child labor in dismal working conditions.
What rats? I just read books. Haven't seen a rat in this building in forever.
No rats in this dilapidated building. Strange.
Maybe they're just afraid of books.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me.
You're quite sober.
I don't like where this is going.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It
Does
takes
anybody in this
effort.
town know that we're drunk? And I'm also sad, and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing.
Suggestion after logic. Oh man. 28% chance. My suggestion sucks. -1 from items. We are a walking disaster, Judge. That uses drama to make things more difficult for everybody. Don't worry, we got Booba games. We can maybe get one of these books that the women read, the sex stuff. I can always roll double six. Okay, bye. See you around, net. Leave.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
It's probably gonna be related to another thought, huh? Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Why is it always some fucked up behavior has to trigger all these thoughts?
Magnesium-based life form.
Oh boy.
We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species. The next step in human evolution. An advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up, drinks it down, and sniffs it sideways.
You gotta say, this is hell of a cool one, though. Hopefully it's useful. +2 volition, magnesium receptacle glands, -1 logic. No such thing, man. God damn, this is where we are weak. And our logic was pretty good so far. I'll take this considering we're limited with 1 psyche, right? We have 4 volition now. Okay. Kind of funny how our psyche is so shit, and to keep ourselves together we need all the help we can get. We lost the logic from 5 to 4. This is a really good trade-off. Hey, Kurjak. We got 4 morale now. I like that. I like that. What else was this? Empty hands give +1 suggestion. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning. This is to help you with the case, huh? This is nice. I like this one. This will definitely help us with our weak psyche. Hobo Cup. I like Hobo Cup. This one is also okay, but this volumetric shit compressor, I don't know. There's no downside to it. This one is kind of like beneficial just because it helps with the case. We don't have to remove any of these. We so far only just removed the feminist one. Some kind of superstar. We're only gonna lose logic again. It looks like it's similar with this stuff here. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar. In the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a liar-esque pose with a mic kind of way. You are not Guillaume Lemillion or David Lewis. No, you are a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll intensity and passion to line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong law enforcement. We got another 40 experience for the next thing. Where the hell is this thingy there? Our white satin shirt lower suggestion. +1 endurance jacket. This is the one with esprit de corps. What shirt did we wear before? I guess we had no shirts before. We need this one for the case, huh? This does lower the suggestion. We might get that thing a little better now. I wonder if you can attempt that thing with minus suggestion and then we remove this thing attempt again after. Is that how it works, Judge? Let's say I attempted with white satin shirt and then I take off the shirt. Does this mean I can attempt again? Get drugs too. Closed on unchecked checks. Okay. This gives me +1 to psyche, so all psyche skills will get go +1 up. I guess we could do some drugs. Does this mean if I use this thing I'm gonna drop in the health?
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power.
I think this electrochemistry voice is our best friend in life. And we about to take drugs before we engage in the further conversation with this kid. Makes perfect sense. Look at the little puck of liquid.
What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Open the cap.
The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on,
We are
slurp it.
taking drugs in front of a kid. Gotta love this game. Okay, we have to take it slow. Slurp it, but only a little.
You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemical smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Tastes like a kiss.
It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists, as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning.
I think this Tinker preset is kind of handicapped, especially now that we understand more about the game. So we gotta make sure we have things that help us with that handicap. Really?
No, of course not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. This warmth, it makes you want to share your discovery with Kim.
Oh man, maybe we can convince Kim to use drugs too. Kim, I just did a drop of that anti-radiation drug. It's great.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as the fire reflects off the lenses. You feel this man is your brother. Just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay. Whatever. I'm not getting involved.
Spray the core.
Wow. Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggy partner. Whoa. That's probably it. He's seen it before.
What decade was that in the USA where they had trouble with? I know they had the trouble with the heroin in the army, but later with the cocaine in the police. Was it in the 70s or was it in the 60s? I think the heroin thing might have been 50s or 60s, maybe 60s. Then the cocaine 70s.
Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you. About the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. This stuff is great.
Will I be able to stand straight and walk up? Who cares about that? This is going to be so useful in my line of work. Finished thought.
Already you can tell you're going to be sloping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings.
I don't know what's up with this game. This song playing in the background, I don't know what is this. It's almost like a crisis of this human being. And this voice all reading this to us. This is such an amazing experience.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a
Put the drugs in the inventory. We need empty hands for suggestion. The power of good writing, exactly.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Ooh, now we have 58. Surely we're gonna do fine. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Let's try to use suggestion here.
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
So we do suffer some kind of problem here. People, we are basically meeting these people again that our characters met before, but we don't know. And it feels a little bit weird, especially the thing that happened in the motel, hostel, whatever that thing is called. Because this guy has been here for a couple of days and he seemed to have some kind of crisis with himself. It's probably even bigger mystery than what has been going on here with the murder case. Hang on, so you do not know me. We have met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
And it's definitely a weird thing to experience things. That your character already knows these characters, but you as a player, you don't. It almost feels like there's some kind of mystery around this. Maybe just want to make our character feel way more mysterious. I guess mystery goes well with crime. This mystery going around this character, all those conversations with the parts of the brain, this voice being all a little bit strange, and all this behavior happening around, almost feel like there's some kind of otherworldly thing happening here. Well, it might just be all in our head.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are.
And fun thing is, we succeeded this check by removing our shirt. Now we don't have a shirt on. Did they ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
So we must have been on something last time, but we are on drugs right now. What do you mean better? I doubt that.
No, you don't have party eyes anymore.
Good night, Kojak.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
So... I mean, Kim already know that we're a piece of work. I have one big regret in this game so far. Why didn't we hit that Kuno S with a gun? Oh, man, I hope I... What kind of development would have happened there? It would have been game over, really?
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Newspaper cop shoots kid, I think. I guess that makes sense. But I still feel good. Those kids have been bullying me ever since I arrived here.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
This electrochemistry guy is like... I wish I felt like this voice. I feel like it's like full of excitement and hype. Don't you want to feel like this all the time? Does this mean that I've been partaking in narcotics? This electrochemistry voice is like a devil on your shoulder.
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Electrochemistry and drama are my favorites. Same here, same here. I'm increasing my drama to 8. Hopefully we can do some fucked up shit with it. I don't really like this tech deduction game anymore. This game seems to have a good setup of skills to create a game in different settings for sure. Don't you just love it when they create a game with like a good mechanics, and you like feel like this mechanics could be used in many different settings? Like, feel like sometimes a lot of work has been put in this just for one game.
I guess we can change the subject, sir. I didn't mean to bring you down.
What is this romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
What?
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
So for a good romance, you need to have money, guys. Because, you know, these books are intended for women, and they need to read about rich people. Sometimes you have to write about the real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
But that's the thing, when you have to like look at the real world stuff. Like, everybody's working, everybody is getting money, but almost no one has money. Not really. And then you're giving this idea about money to people in raising standards in a world that will not meet this at all. Not everybody can have money. Unless you have inherited money, it's almost impossible to get to that point anymore. It's gonna get harder and harder in the future. Only for the some individuals. What about a book where the man and the lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's a really long and drawn out, scared for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom.
Yes, she knows books, definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address.
Why does the volition sound, even when it's successful, it feels like we failed? That's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Yeah, bye. There's a book about pate. So melodramatic, Victor would hate it. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it's important. A book about Boadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Book about the future. The government reads your mind. Doing radio technology. That's a woman that looked like a fat man. A good one. Point in the book.
Yes? Hello?
What are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
So, working class woman calling herself working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
We barely succeeded at an easy empathy check.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
That can go against this logic. Shouldn't a working class woman be working? It's 11:27 a.m. in the middle of the week.
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Damn, like... Home? Out drinking or working at 11:30 a.m. on a Tuesday?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but... I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Okay, this is perfect, man. We just took in some drugs before this, and I feel like we are on something here. It's like definitely on something with this conversation. They are home, right? Smoking cigarettes?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier? What is this? This is going a really creepy direction.
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Is this because of drugs? Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Okay, I will go with Mr. Torek here. Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just want to make sure.
Great.
Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
I would like to see that face right now. Who's my face? Oh man, I haven't shaved in a month. I look like a lumberjack. Well, camera is currently off. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
I mean, we got the shekel challenge for it. Fill that up. I really need to get a shave, both my head and the beard. Haven't looked like this in years. It's like you've been binge drinking for weeks, Luke. Matt says, Elich, I might have a horror game request. Sure thing, sure. Send me a message in Discord. Working class woman said that you are a bit of a cockatoo. But if that's true, go read up on cockatoos in the bookstore. Maybe you'll discover something new about yourself as well. So many tasks. This is Factorio. Played Factorio yesterday. The next Factorio day will be like a whole day of Factorio. Oh, this play looks nice. Different musics are playing.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance. What a weird name.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Oh, she's already giving a shit about the energy. We must have been here before. Is this like a Hobocap thing, Judge? We had this option to ask money from people, like we are like a homeless person. Such a strange thing. We can do it without it. Before we go on, Dorot, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. We need money to pay for the room. Tomorrow.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
You misunderstand me. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand tribute. This is about traditions.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space.
What is up with these people that talk about this energy around them? When somebody's like doesn't really go with their energy, like they are bringing negative, creating turning this space into negative.
Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world.
So are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about?
I have no idea. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
No, she was definitely slacking off.
Oh, shameful girl. What is she up to this time?
This is actually none of my business. Let's talk about something else.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
What do I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
So what types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Wait, shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares?
I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
Where do you learn about the important things then?
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
So, drugs. Alright, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruter.
Bruter. The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
What?
The vows are blood and flesh.
Blood. What is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, but what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Bruter.
Fascism, broter. I'm getting Teutonic Order vibes. What is fascism, though?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems?
Liberals?
Yes, them, but also women.
Vermin.
Women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
What the? What brought this up? What the hell brought this up?
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
So, Mr. Endurance is a chauvinist? Am I having some kind of a stomach seizure?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Weren't you feminist? No, man, I dropped this shit, man. I dropped this shit. That feminism was nonsense, man. Nonsense. It was funny for like 3 seconds. I used the experience point to drop the inexplicable feminist agenda to learn something else. Why am I getting this?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Okay. Okay, this is amazing. At least we can be like this in a video game. Fascism sounds so bad though. What if we called it something else, like traditionalism? Oh man, is this what the world has come to?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking.
Okay.
That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that.
This woman would probably like the sound of that too, over the fascism. Okay, stomach, I've made up my mind about fascism. Proceed to the judgment.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
I will keep my vows for the glory of Revacholian nation. Opt-in.
For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woo-men too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach.
No, fascism is about industry and politics and nationhood, not women. I'm absolutely okay with women.
Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
A wing-shaped growl sounds from your ass. Pat your stomach, finish thought. What is that? We get another thought. Revacholian nationhood. For 9 hours and 10 minutes. Damn. I'm gonna take the rest of the day for this one. Don't have enough experience to start doing this one. They fucked up this place. Revachol is in ruins. The Koikos and the Kipts and the Armators with their desert pygmy magic spinning tops, they fucked it up. Fucked it. Oranges, Liberals and Vespertine Monelanders too. They are all socialists, especially the women and the Kipts. You have only a vague idea what this means, but it's clear that a good strong state must be erected upon the ruins. If any of us are to have a future, the shadowy outlines of this state starts forming every time you close your eyes. Durot. Do you also grow like a funny mustache with this one? I do. I guess we can open this one with 5 more experience. It's very close.
Yes?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storky, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I don't feel as if I had any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Suzerainty. What's the word difference between suzerain and suzerainty? I think I have confused those words. This is a word I've never heard until Civilization 6. Suzerain is the ruler of a suzerainty, right? So suzerainty is kind of like the vassal. Suzerain is the kind of like overlord. So the person that makes decisions. So basically, this could also just be a part of the state. It doesn't have to be in the entire state. So they could control just a little bit of it. It seems like more of a complex political thing. So what about all these viral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Look through the pile of viral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Maybe I'm not into all this binocular stuff.
A towering mountain of colorful board game boxes and Wirral codices.
Why would we buy that board game?
The display rack is brimming.
To play it, but we have no friends. You can play board game yourself. That's why I play computer games. You have brother? Who? Kim? I don't think Kim is interested in board games.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Wow, more Heimdall.
Mountains of it. Heroic quantities of Heimdall. Roy's puny shirt is nothing compared to the real deal.
Roy is the guy that has the pawn shop, huh? Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
That's gotta be like their version of Conan the Barbarian. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdall Man, and so much more.
You know what I won't judge? In my lifetime, I want to see Conan the Barbarian TV show, where we get sex and violence on the level of Spartacus, but we get the theme it's like traveling around, getting into scenarios like they have in Walking Dead, but in the Conan the Barbarian universe. Why they haven't made ever a good Conan the Barbarian TV show? It's been so many years since the Spartacus we didn't have any of this raunchy stuff. Is that the word? Raunchy? Raunchy? I just typed something to Google and Google has literally have no idea what I typed there. Raunchy. Raunchy, yes, that's the word. Raunchy. I think they were actually making Conan the Barbarian TV show, Judge, but it got cancelled because of COVID. COVID actually canceled a lot of stuff, so it, for a couple of years later, it just didn't continue. Because they lost the money and they just gave up on it. I think Conan is a perfect setup for a TV show. They just need to get the right actor, right? I mean, I guess that's the most difficult thing about the Conan, right? Who is gonna play Conan? I'm really think we need more TV shows like Spartacus. I mean, it could be something between Spartacus and Legend of the Seeker. Just a little bit more. It's like Xena, Warrior Princess. Just Conan. Man, imagine Xena, Warrior Princess at the level of Spartacus. They're probably worried about the hot bodies. But if you look at the Spartacus, like season 1, they got a lot of hot bodies there, and they could have all act. I was like shocked. So it's not the problem with hot bodies. It's like I wanna even say it's like they don't have the balls to make it. It's like immoral. They wanna sell sex, and it's like what they've been doing already for a while. It's like, how do you sell sex but still get a good show? And they don't want to make shows like this. They rather do something that's been done already a million times instead of use sex to carry on the show. Because I think the Conan universe is have a lot of potential. And it's weird they haven't done anything for a long time. Pain threshold. There hasn't been something like this in a very long time. It's like the last thing that's been in this genre. 2010. Apparently, they are creating a new mini-series with Spartacus, and that Syrian gladiator is. I mean, we might get some good stuff there. Graham McTavish is in the show. Damn. Damn! It's coming this year. It's called Spartacus House of Ashur. So Ashur got his thing going, huh? I don't know, that feels like desperate. They're gonna make like a spin-off of the Spartacus. Of the that Ashur character. It's called Spartacus House of Ashur, 2025. It's coming this year. McTavish is in it. Look at him. So they put some effort into it. Yeah, but stuff like this, it's so rare. It's like, it's been like, what, 15 years? 15, what the fuck? We need sexy bodies, violence, blood. They don't make shows like this anymore. I feel like Conan would have been a perfect one to create a universe like this. It's almost like they need a permission to make stuff like this. I don't know. They create so much crap, so it's kind of strange. Kind of strange they don't make more stuff like this. You think, you know, they want to be successful. Why make another something that's already been done 100 times? Just go with something that works and just put some quality to it. It doesn't have to move mountains. The sex will and violence is gonna be enough to carry it. That's how they started Spartacus, with sex and violence, and it actually delivered the rest as well. Had a very good atmosphere, some good actors in it as well, and even the side actors have delivered. The first season was really good. The rest was just, you know, more of the same, but less. I don't know. It seems like I want to say it's like it's easy. It's like it's easy, and they don't want to do easy. But I fear it might be about asking the permission to do this. And who are these people who give permission to these things? It's more like that. Because, like, the easy stuff, it should be everywhere, right? But it's not. It makes you wonder who is preventing stuff like this happening. I'm gonna get a drink, boys. Be right back. We are back, boys. Okay, let's try this pain threshold. Do you have any of the books call out to me?
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Thanks, Adam. What I get? Whiskey, what else? Rum. I got some whiskey. Don't get any rum. Whiskey is my go-to. The book collects of national receipts of Arda. They are all about lake trout.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Diplomatic is very nice.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I know, I got one right here next to me, though I'm not drinking right now. How come? Join us with a drink. Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Rich plus me is having some sweet red wine. That's some high level of elation, having alcohol beside you at night and not drinking. Exactly, Judge, exactly. I could not have it in the same room.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ignore the curtains for now. Very suspicious.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring-do.
Leaves gonna get a double whiskey. Cheers. Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Look to display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh god, no.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels
Leave.
featuring the supposed.
Coin picture, Brock brochure, very colorful.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems. You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
I'm not giving her $3.99. What a scumbag thing to do. Just charge it $4. Let's try to steal it. $4.83. Steal.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket.
This person is completely different than that person outside.
It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
A book about different species, different cockatoo species and their behavior problems. Perhaps could offer some insight into your own often problematic actions. The spectacular, major majestic cockatoo eyes you from the cover. How did they even get to this? Is it because we were acting like a crazy person? We had lady browsing books outside because we were on drugs? So I see. +1 physique, -1 morale. -1 psyche, +1. So basically, when you use this drug here, you want to drink alcohol together with it. So they synergize with bonuses. And then I guess you can smoke as well, because this will be increasing your physique. I mean, it's not really like a synergy. It's a bad word, wrong word to use here. It's kind of like to counter the negative effects of this lowering your health. Because we increasing psychic heal not really for volition, but for other stuff. But volition only increased our morale because we have 5 morale. So we have currently too much morale. I guess it's to balance things around. Drink some alcohol with this drug. It's to balance things around. Balance the effects. That's the word I was looking for. To balance the effects. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
I got 540, huh? Look through the display of books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
What?
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Do we buy this book? Now that she mentioned this, I don't want to buy it anymore. We do have just enough money for this. But then again, we could buy something else in the some substances instead. You feel like you should get this one, definitely. It's important somehow. There is something personal inside. Drot. We had just enough to succeed on this one. We do have enough money, just buy it.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocences. It's written by one... Look at this long name. João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. A Mesqui fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which of the instances is coolest in the world. Maybe it's Hoa, Ho, Joe, Ho. Top man, you know how to pronounce this, right? He's one of your people, might be. Joahu Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. What's up with these names? What the hell? It's almost like he has 3 names and a very long surname. Joahu Is it D or D? Or is it just the? We're trying to learn all this pronunciation and you mix it between the Spanish, French and Italian. It's like at least the Spanish and Italian are, you know, they're almost like what you see there, but French, they're a nightmare.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
No. English, do you speak it? Okay.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the map of Insulinda.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
I remember when I was trying to learn the pronunciation of the French ironclad in Shogun 2 Fall the Samurai. And it's like, it's written something like ocean, but the French read it Elysium. Or something like that, if I remember right. Things like L, and there is the ocean after that.
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamir, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. Disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Yeah, I guess you have to learn some of this stuff. Especially those when they're trying to use, I don't know what you call it. I guess you could call it making weird noises out of words that fits pronunciation with every culture / nation. Sometimes these foreign languages require you to make weird noises with words. For lack of, a better word. Screen first, can you see cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on Archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots. an oceanic world of culture and commerce.
850 million? What the fuck? What the hell? Must be some islands. Doesn't even look like it's densely populated. Like in the real world, Indonesia are basically just a lot of islands, and they maybe have like, I don't know, 300 million people, maybe more nowadays. And they have 850 million people here. I guess maybe like an archipelago type planet. Maybe they roll the archipelago, right? Maybe it doesn't have massive continents. Seems like a lot of people living in the islands. Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
Yeah, weird. Just imagine a world where there's almost 1 billion people living in the islands. Maybe they got a large islands map. Since it's like a different world, right? All the words are just, and cultures are just mixed.
Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
This was the highest encyclopedia check so far. So the only way to succeed was to roll 12. To double sixes.
Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Look at the map of Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
In the west of the river, the passive checks are not rolled, they happen 100% at a certain skill level. They add to your skill to a fixed value so the difficulties match with their white red checks. So what you're saying that unless I put a lot more stats in Encyclopedia, that one is not possible to find out what it is. So maybe if I like put like 8 or 9, it might have been possible. I'm guessing in a game like this where there's a bunch of skills, there'll be a couple of impossible checks, rolls, unless you have really invested in the skill. You cannot not succeed this one. So it has to remain a mystery, unknown. But, Judge, if I had 5 more points in Encyclopedia, I would have had 17. Is this how it works? I think I tried this once and I was disappointed there is nothing. Okay. It's strange that there's a skill system and that there's some things that are not possible to get. It just feels odd. You would think a high intellect, high encyclopedia guy would get that one. The intellect stuff is you get like a bunch of information, but there's some stuff around drama happening. I wouldn't say is the weakest. It just says like different things going on. I mean, if we were high in physique and low in intellect, we would have been having different information about things. So yeah. It's just how our character is set here. We just go with it. Or what would I say? Making it work. And west of the river?
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
850 million people living in these islands. What? That one is riding my imagination harder than anything I've heard so far in this game. That might have been like I don't know. Is this like the entire world then here? These islands? There's nothing else?
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
So this insulin there, is this the world? Or just this part of the world? This part. So like you would say like, I don't know, North America part of the world. Or like Asia. Look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
How does she know this?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
I'm missing 20 cents. Why is the one on Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Let's try to steal it.
You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it. You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
Stealing something so cheap. Managed to steal the cockatoo book though. Oh no, yeah, the one we bought the other one.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
There is no cure for cold.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
What the hell? Storekeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Yeah, so there's something odd happening here. We did get this thing, but we didn't get one about a curse. But there's something in the back there that could also be done.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust.
Okay.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Something there for sure.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Who's that? Point to the woman browsing books.
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Escaping to the world of books.
The woman before you nods.
Remember the title Loose 87 Radio Citizens Important. It's all part doing a ready author's name. Jan Kaus from Iguania. Okay, boys, we'll save here. Save here. To be continued. Thanks for watching and good night. Badge. Man, I've been having this Manfred wallpaper for so long. When to play some Manfred? Man, I should pick Manfred instead of Carib.